It was a Sunday morning, hanging by a shoelace. Felt like you were starting a war. Now you're changing and moving. I'll take my ass to Houston, 'cause I don't think you love me anymore.
然后黄油，还有这个猪排。
经济学人他都衡量标准里面极的含义就是的 for
long time. Yeah.
一些城市的生活啊，特别是来的一个词。
It's a very pleasant experience throughout your
是并列第二的苏黎世，对，所以我们词啊 high frequency word。And tell us。干嘛？
这个是上次去泰国旅游买的香包，放衣柜或者放在车里都很好闻，是我精心挑的味道。这个是我上次在咖啡馆喝到的拿铁或者是美式都好喝的。我问了他们咖啡师的咖啡豆子，说是这款。这个是我在那个裁缝店买的一个包包，超级好看，它是有一点纹理的这种帆布，上面还有他们的 Studio 的 logo。打包的这个包包也超可爱的，一个小包袱。给它包一下，准备放在这个盒子里。今天要做一个意面，用到卷心菜、培根，然后刚刚泡的这个香菇，还有奶油。
new blue jeans, pick it on the front lawn. A reason just to get off the floor. From a friend to a stranger, a simple
课社
rearrangement.
评级预写后，
Should I even
这
open
一
that
天，
door?
吴老邪又浩浩荡荡的
It
处理这
was a Sunday morning, hanging by a shoelace. Felt like you were starting a war. Now you're changing and moving. I'll take my ass to Houston, 'cause I don't think you love me anymore. That's alright.
可以啊，只要
可以送这个。我想把它切成2半，因为我想留点肚子吃水果。
Some days, surely no one's perfect, but loving you's like doing a chore. Instead of blaming and
各种你想要去试试。
小兵笔记。
今天上榜的榜上就代表他就是之一了。所以 very 正宗的兰州拉馆子特别的话呢，我们下一个成员教大家真的都是
I see my shoes have been
Yeah, like many
filled.
times something.
这第一对你来说，它来比喻
I can hope
一个
that he's treating you nice. I see the new man you're holding.
喜欢这个领导，这样很好。哎，你在想要怎么花然后再
餐厅有
然后成
630靠北边在
跟自己家里吵的。